Shabbos begins with a woman lighting candles. And make no mistake about it, lighting candles in your home, Erev Shabbat, before the Shabbat begins, of course, is an obligation. This obligation is extolled by Chazal, by the Rambam, by the Shulchan Aruch. And they say that even a poor person who hasn't got food to eat, he can't feed himself, has to light the candles on Friday night. Even if he has to go out and beg, he has to beg for the money to light the candles. And that's because Chachamim demanded that every person have the opportunity of Oneg Shabbat, of having pleasure on the Shabbat. And in fact, this halacha is formulated as follows. If a person is not able to buy a candle for Shabbat and also buy wine for Kiddush, for the Kiddush that's made during the day, Ner Shabbat Kodem. You have to first spend the money on Ner Shabbat, on the candle that you light on Shabbat, and only afterwards spend the money for the wine. I mean, of course, we understand that if you don't have wine, you can still make Kiddush. You make Kiddush on the loaves of bread that are part of the Seudah. But if you don't have a candle, you just don't have a candle. So the Chachamim said that lighting a candle, they said two things. Lighting a candle creates the ambience of Oneg Shabbat. And the second thing they said was, you have to light the candle. You can't come and argue, I have Oneg Shabbat anyway. I have the pleasure from Shabbat. I don't have to light the candle, but you have to light the candles. The takana that Chazal gave is the following. You have to light the candles because they give you pleasure on Shabbat, in order that a person should be able to eat the Seudah by the light of the candle. So that it seems that, especially in the winter, especially in the summer when the days are very long, and people would tend to eat before Shabbat actually began, that would save them the cost of the candle. And so Chazal wanted them to eat the meal as part of the Shabbat experience, the Oneg Shabbat. And so they demanded that every person lights the candle before it gets dark in order that he should be able to eat the meal in a pleasureful manner. And that manner is what we call Oneg Shabbat. And so we are able to eat at night. We're able to eat at night because we have the light of the candle. Without the candle, everybody would have eaten during the day. And you see that the Chachamim understood that the essence of Shabbat includes the pleasure of eating the meal, and the pleasure of eating the meal is enhanced by the candles, and the candles are an obligation that even precede, the candles are an obligation that precede the wine that we use on Shabbat for Kiddush.